Now you listen to me and listen to me real good. I've told you once, I said it 1,000 times. You get out of those pagan, satanic, religious, Christian churches. Christians do not follow the commandments of the Bible. Christians do what they want to do. They make up their own laws, their own rules, and their own regulations. Come out of her, my people, and come out from among them. And it's real simple and easy to ascertain who are these people you need to come out from. Easy. Number one, if they keep Sunday, that's an automatic sign that you need to not have any fellowship with these commandment-breaking, wicked deceivers and seducers and bewitchers of the truth. Simple.
Hallelujah. I'll make it work. Can we give our pastor a hand? All honor to the Most High. Good to be in front of y'all again. Been a while. Hallelujah. All right. I'm very proud of Pastor. Aren't y'all? I mean, going up there to the debate, I mean, it was a slaughter. Was it not? I enjoyed the time, though. I think most of us that went enjoyed the time. It was just like a big gathering, like a big feast. Anyway, I'm going to try to not be too long. But man, I tell you, it's like he read my notes this morning. Yeah, just spirit, that's all it is. So he done did like a third of it already. It's a spirit, it's a spirit. But man, I'll say this. I've been working my ass off ever since I got to that community up there. Ever since I got off the job. And I told Pastor when I came here to lay these blocks a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I said, man, y'all brothers work hard. Hard. All you brothers. And now I'm seeing the reason why he talks about staying, moving, being in shape. You know, the older you get, take care of your body while you're young, get it while you're young. If y'all look at Mother Carol and Pastor, they look damn good for her age, would you say? I told Deacon Gorman, I said, look, it's about to be maybe 6 months or so till you get out there, you need to start moving. You ever worked out? It ain't been a long time, so you need to get going now. And now he out there doing all the deadlifts, and now he went out there and it's no problem. Not an issue whatsoever at all. So taking heed really paid off. All right. You know, some people may get spiritual and say, you know, bodily exercise profits little, but if you don't move at all, then your body ain't not going to flourish whatsoever at all. All right? So one thing that I wanted to speak on today was humanity. And Pastor pretty much done answer these letters, and what you're seeing right there is just purely humanity. That's it. That's all it is. They don't know nothing whatsoever. I didn't know nothing. Y'all didn't know shit. Scat. Sorry. I'll tell you a few things that I've noticed throughout the years. A few years ago, Pastor came up, he was preaching, and he said, man, Elder Austin and Elder Mitchell, boy, they learning humanity. And the further I go along in this walk, I'm really seeing what he meant, big time. Because once you're together on the community, dealing with each other day in, day out, you're learning yourself, you're learning every brother and sister that's around you, and it is off the chain. I'm just running down a few things that I've even noticed, all right? I've watched people live communally with me and desire to leave because it just wasn't in their heart. What happens what's this famous saying? A new broom, sweep well, correct? Even you sweep well. I swept well, right? it's just keeping it real. After the honeymoon phase, then what? Right? There's a honeymoon phase in everything, even with a new job. You excited, man, this is the greatest job I ever had before, man. And then after about 6 months, I was like, man, boy, I can't test. I don't like that manager. I don't like that supervisor. I don't, you look for another job. It's the truth in anything. Same thing with a husband and wife, right? Honeymoon is sweet, it's great, it's awesome, it's beautiful. And what pastor always say, she's still a woman, right? Still a woman. I've also discerned and watched saints contemplate continuing in the way with us. Contemplate. Now, they never said it with their mouth, but you can see it all over them. You see what I'm saying? This thing is total discernment. You can see it all over them. Work ethic change, their speech change. They come in, they're quiet as hell. Won't say nothing whatsoever at all. And these things are all done through discernment. Period. I mean, I wouldn't be a leader if I couldn't discern that. Never approach the brothers about it. All I do is go and encourage. And I will say this, I understand why the Donna Hall preacher had to go through. Some of y'all, I mean, some of us, well, I ain't gonna say y'all here, probably all y'all here heard that before, but for those out there, probably never experienced or been here for a Donna Hall preacher. And now me as a leader in Israel, being on a community day in, day out, all the time. It's coming forth every single time. You want to know why Donna Hall preachers got to go through? Because we see issues. We see problems. We see spirits. We see you jacked up. And all it takes is one to destroy what? Much good. All it does take one. Period. Point blank. Humanity. All right? It's kind of funny because the leader, and I heard Elder Rufus talking about this a few weeks ago when he was here. You know, when the leaders are around, period, point blank, there's a certain way the job gonna go. It just is. Because it's his vision. Would you say? And if all the men and the sisters, the women, get on board with that vision, we can go far. Would you say? So whenever, you know, I go out and buy a whole bunch of screws, a whole bunch of nails, or whatever the case may be, and I told Pastor made a video. Y'all did this chicken coop down here, right? The newest one. Well, where the layers at? I think Bro Victor and them take care of it. He made a video, and it was a nice video, but when he got to one part, he was looking up, and there was about 4 nails coming through and just missed a stud, straight up. No attention to detail, right? He feels the pain of that, but you don't, because guess what? You're not the one paying for it. You're not the one going out making sure and getting it. You know what I mean? There's a certain type of quality of work and pride you take in your work when you do it. Just humanity. All right. One thing that I got from that debate was when was he a pastor? They got the mic in the back? Yeah, he a pastor. One thing that really stuck out to me was the fact that he mentioned their culture. That's a huge thing when it comes to what I'm about to say with this humanity thing. All right? And the reason being is because you got to be more Israelite than anything else. I don't care about how white you are. I don't care about your Polish background, your German background. I don't give a damn. I really don't. I don't care about you being from Africa. I don't care about you being black. I don't care about you being from the hood. I don't care about you being a thug. Talking about brothers get bullets for this type of, that stuff don't bother us. We just don't care. You got to be Israelite. A few years back, 2012, I would say it was Tabernacles. And we had these Latinos, you know, they were here. And there was hey, all my Latino brothers, come over here. Let's take a picture. My Latino Israelites. And I'm looking over here like, did I just hear that? Did I just hear that? See, the issue with this is that we're bringing in your rearing, your upbringing, your raising, and you bringing it into Israel. And that causes a lot of our issues and problems that we still have till today. All the humanity that's coming into Israel is this culture that you're bringing, from which you brought in, where you was raised in from your parents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, grandma, whoever the case may be. And it's still wearing on us. And we got to do without that. And so this is why the Christians that's why that guy had to make that statement. It's all about that coexisting. You see what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've also watched and seen people, saints, brothers, sisters, whatever the case may be, grieve, Pastor. I've seen them grieve some of the elders, heads of fellowships, wherever you may be. I've seen that also. And it's that humanity, just grieving. I've seen him sacrifice the most out of anybody I've ever met when I came this way. Literally, his life was dead, literally. He was buried with Christ, is what I've seen. I was going to say this for later. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I came here in 2012, right, for 1 month, and I stayed here. And I had a good time, great time. And Pastor went out of town. And I wanted to go with him. Elder Beck said, man, you ain't leaving me here alone. And I didn't get it. I was like, all right, man, whatever. All right, I guess I'll stay. So I stayed. I think it was maybe like a week had went by, something around there. And the stuff I seen, literally, it was the cat is gone, now the mice come out. Straight up. And I was literally appalled at what I was hurt more than anything. And when he got back, I said, Pastor, even if you asked me to come here, I wouldn't accept. Based on what I was seeing, the humanity. But glory be to the King, y'all at a better place today. Pastor, he done said a lot of good things about the Saints now, the Assembly now, because we got rid of that, all them negative spirits. The purging went forth. All right. I've also witnessed folks do everything that they can to cling on to their culture and the way they was reared. Also, men not being priests of their home. That caused a lot of issues too. And really for the leader. Because I'm over here seeing it and discerning it, but they can't pick up on it. You see what I'm saying? And then the women are these wives are talking to the other women, right? And then these other sisters are bringing it to me, or they're bringing it to the pastor. And we don't want to intervene. We're going to let that stuff run its course. So I've also seen saints opposing the established order, meaning opinions, right? Opinions. Oh, there's a better way to do it. You always got a better way to do stuff. Always got a better. You want to be different. You want to be polar opposite. Even though this is the way we've been doing it across the ministry, across the board. You see what I'm saying? Brothers chasing skirts. That's another big one. That's one that I really can't stand. Because I feel like, these ain't men. Ain't no way these could be men. You that weak to a skirt? You chasing like that? Temperance is one of the fruits of the Spirit mentioned in Galatians 5. Temperance, self-control, patience, all these things. And there's so many brothers out there that done jumped the gun. So many of them, even sisters. And they didn't say nothing because they like, I can control him. A lot of sisters I want to choose. We had a sister say, oh man, there's so many men to choose from. There's just so many of them. Like men want her. But it's a statement she made. Literally. All right? We got to keep in mind that we come from all different backgrounds. Right? Do we not? And one thing that I told the saints out there in Kentucky is we got a white culture on this land. We got a black culture, what the world called black culture on this land. We got a Hispanic culture, and we got the Israelite culture that we're all trying to be, and that we don't know anything about. And Pastor Denard mentioned earlier in his response to that letter that we all got to be Ruth. I mean, really, all of us do. We got to abhor our ways. You see what I'm saying? We got to abhor what we came from. And we got to say, we Israel. But we got to act like it, though. You see what I'm saying? We got to perform like it. Period, point blank. One thing that Pastor mentioned, when he was down there in Houston, he was actually ready to leave. He told me, hey, we about to leave by here in the next 30 minutes. I was like, all right, yes, sir. So I actually left the room so I can kind of fellowship with some of the brethren that hadn't got a chance to meet me. And then that's when he seen that sister that was at the meeting and performed deliverance. Very discreetly. Now, mind you, he ready to go. He tired, dog tired. But he said, as soon as he seen that sister, he stayed. We stayed for like another 2 hours. Just for one soul. So we got to remember this type of man we got. All right. When our mind is made up in this, when your mind is not made up in this area, that you're just gonna be Israel and nothing else, you will compromise. You're gonna continue. You're gonna let these other ways in, right? That you was reared and raised in, and you're gonna compromise the walk. You're gonna compromise the faith. That's what you're gonna end up doing. You have to literally put it behind you, okay? And we cannot hang on to these traditions. And this is what these folks up there was trying to do. All right, hang on to these traditions. Period, point blank. All right. And the renewed covenant, G3862, is the word for tradition. All right, I'm not even going to try to butcher the name of it. All right, but it means transmission, meaning something that's delivered up, passed, transmit to, given over to. Because every father, all parents, right? We transmit, we give information, we teach, we lead, we guide. Do we not? Okay, so this is a tradition. This is even a precept. Even Paul, I believe, spoke in 2 Thessalonians 3:6 about those who do not, brothers that walk disorderly and don't keep the tradition which was passed down of them. You see what I'm saying? All right. So this tradition is an ordinance. All right. This is a precept, something that's delivered up. And when you look up, I looked up this other definition, is to transmit, pass down to, of customs or beliefs from generation to generation, or the fact of being passed on in this manner. Okay? And so this could be anything. All right? Anything that you hold near and dear to you, that which is contrary. You see, when you're walking in your own way, that's when we get these statements like, well, I see things different than you do. But yet Paul tells us how we need to be walking on one accord, one mind, one spirit. You see what I'm saying? And we can't do that when I see things different. We're supposed to be walking the same way. But you got to ask yourself, where does that crap come from? You didn't have it when you got here. You bringing that stuff in from how you were reared. You bringing that stuff in from the outside of these gates. Is what you're doing. All right? This could be customs, practices, rituals, observance, just a way, a habit, an institution. All these are traditions, okay? All right, and in the Christianity set, I thought this definition was king. It says a doctrine believed to have divine authority, though not in the scriptures in particular, right? Doctrine not explicitly in the Bible, but held to derive from the oral teaching of Jesus or the apostles. So it's not written, but we're going to cling to it. We're just going to say this is what it is, and we're just going to perform it. Like he said, Christ conquered. Don't make no sense. In Judaism, it's ordinance of an oral law, not in the Torah. You see? This is just tradition. It's what we just started. We just began to do it, even though it's not written. All right, in Islam, it's an act ascribed to the prophet, but not recorded in the Quran. So we keep all these things, though they're not written. In the book, which we say that we hold near and dear to us, and that is King. You see what I mean? All right, so Colossians 2:8 tells us, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Well, rudiments is all it is a basic principle. So really it's just a principle after the world. But we all know that the world's enmity against Yah. You see what I'm saying? One thing I love about what Pastor was dropping on Ron and all them Christians up there was, if they didn't do it the first century, the first 3 centuries, why you do it? If it's ain't even anywhere remotely close whatsoever at all to depicting anything that doesn't have anything with that book, why perform it? You would think that there would be some type of fear that will fall on you to abstain from it, to not perform it whatsoever at all. But these people, no fear. Hence the saying, we've lost the fear of Yah. Would you say? Okay. I'm going to read Romans 12:9. Let love without dissimulation abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Now, you got to ask yourself a question. Are these traditions, these ways, these things which you hold near and dear to your heart, is it evil or is it good? That what you do. You know, it's not seen openly, but it's in here, or it's up here. You're going to perform differently than everyone else. All right? Even if it's remotely close, you should be putting as much distance between yourself and that evil way as possible. All right? Because there's a prescribed way which we're all walking, is it not? And a body divided against itself cannot stand. So we should be seeking to be together, right? And not having this culture or these ways which we brought in from the world. 1 Peter 1:18 states, "For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold from your vain conversation, received by tradition from your fathers." So these are things which you've been taught. You see what I'm saying? And living on community, one thing that I've noticed is that there's going to be, what the word I would use would be, I want to use strife. But you're going to have a test. You're going to have a stage of proving. Because there's a certain way you used to living. Now, Pastor done mentioned Freeman family ready for community, right? You don't think that there will be like a process that he got to go through, some type of test, something put there in front of him? You see what I mean? How about you, Scott? Did you go through anything? Process, right, of time. Didn't happen overnight. Okay? So let's go back over here to Jeremiah 16:19 real quick. And it says, "O Master, my strength and my fortress, my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth." Okay? "And shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." Many times y'all hear pastors say that you got to hear this from a Hebrew, right? Do you notice that it sounds quite different coming from him? Or someone like myself? Did you notice that? There's something to be said to that. Because I had no identity, you see? And he was making a distinction up there at that debate. And if you listen very carefully, you could hear it. Just when he said, "Welcome to the sons of Jacob," right? He letting them know, especially with the Thanksgiving, right? He was letting them know when people robbed us up. And what do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah. He's saying we the people. Is what he's saying. But see, you got your culture and you got your rearing, and this is why you want to coexist. Because you can't put it away. You don't want to put it away. You trying to hang on. You see what I'm saying? And neither can we, those of us that are in this fold. So just like someone of the other nations, or let me just say this, of Japhet, let's just use that for example, of the nations, the isles of the Gentiles. You know, we look out to all these different, you know, when I was walking, let me go this route. In 2009, 2008, I was riding in a work truck, and I was with two guys that I worked with, and they were talking about all their history. Right? And one said, "Oh man, my mom has a Polish background, and my dad's from Germany." And this other guy said, "Yeah, my mom's from UK, and yeah, my dad also has a Polish background." And for days on end, they just kept talking about their history. And I'm just sitting there just like whatever. And they said, "Hey Mitch, what about you?" And I said, "Man, I don't know, man, slave, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just like, man, I ain't got no history, man. It's just slavery, is it." Meaning, you see what I'm saying? And so that jump started my walk into figuring out who I am. And then once I find my identity, I'm clinging to it tight. So I got nothing else to bring. You see what I'm saying? I got nothing else to bring. I really don't. I got nothing else to bring to the table. I don't care about how I grew up. I don't care about the projects, nothing like that. I got my identity now. I see what I am. And so should anyone else. If you a convert, proselyte, whatever the case may be, you should say, "You know what, I'm Israel." That's what you should say. So once again, we go back to Ruth. You got to say to hell with all that. You see? So you see what I'm getting at? And so every time Pastor would get up and do these down the hall preaching, he's trying to get us on the same page. I remember him getting up here saying, "I'm doing my best to," he would do this. Even in YouTube videos, "I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Are y'all getting it?" See, this type of stuff he would say, right? Trying to bring us online. All right? All right, so let me just say this. So far, we see that traditions are customs, beliefs, ordinances, practices, principles, which are passed down from generation to generation by one's fathers or ancestors. All right? So that means traditions of men will be categorized as practices passed down from generation to generation, which derive from men and are not of Yah, which cannot be found in Scripture. All right? This is what Christians and Christianity do. They cling to the Bible, claim to be God-fearing, and also hold their culture in high regard, making the culture equal with the ways of Yah. And this is where your coexistence comes in at. You see that? So while we're up there, and the pastor was right. He asked if they paint eggs. And them women, they would, no. If you was out on the outskirts like me, you could hear it. No. And then you start hearing, not on Sunday. Not on, it's like, who cares? You doing it. You know? Culture, once again. Painting eggs ain't in the word. It just ain't in the word. I don't know what else to tell you. All right? All right, so let's look at just culture here for a minute. All right? And the customary beliefs, social forms, material traits on a racial, religious, or social group. The characteristic features of everyday existence, such as diversions or a way of life shared by people in a place or time. All right? And is that not what we're trying to do? Are we not being tribal? Are we not a tribe? You see what I'm saying? And another thing, as a tribe, we focus on the benefit of the tribe. We don't focus on just you and yours, me and mine. You know, we got people that talk like that. You know, me, you and yours, me and mine. No. It's us. We're going to do what's beneficial for us, not you. All right? The set of shared attitudes, that's another thing. And you heard a lot of that attitude from these folks up there. And also from these, even people that's been here. You've heard a lot of those attitudes, okay? Values, goals, and practices that are characterized in an institution or organization. All right? So this is these cultures that we all have in us that we have to root out of us, okay? Romans 9:3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. And see, Paul right here is making a distinction too. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Elohim and the promises. Whose are the fathers, and whom as concerning the flesh Christ came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. All right. So when me talking about this humanity and this culture, and like I said, I drew this parallel to Pastor speaking on being a Hebrew and speaking his word is going to be undefiled. And so Paul's saying here, these are the people that it went to, okay? Because at the end of the day, all Israel shall be saved. Whether you're grafted in, whether you the wild olive, the natural branch, whatever the case may be. You hear me? So we do without these cultures. We do without these traditions. No association with them whatsoever at all. We're not going to do this go in time out type stuff, you know, with the children. No, we're going to bust your ass. You know what I mean? Well, we ain't doing that. You know, we're not going to sit here and wait on you as a woman. No. If you're not there, if you're not already there, I'm just not fooling with you. Period, point blank. Something else about chasing these skirts that I can't stand is why not honor and care for a person's soul first? You see what I'm saying? What happened with that? You know, I've seen many beautiful women. I worked in the city every single day, and I would talk to them. And if someone would give me an eye, they look my way, or whatever the case may be, and you know, I speak to them. And when I spoke to them, I talk about Christ. You see what I'm saying? Now I could be like, yo, ain't nobody gonna know. Shoot, I'll leave the house at 8 in the morning. I don't get back till 8 almost at night. I can do whatever I want. But I choose not to do that. I care about her soul more than anything. And Pastor made a beautiful video. A sister come up in this thing, brothers flocking. Flock for what? If you confident in yourself, chill back, wait. You got leaders, go to them. Go to them. Man, because all it takes is you saying one thing in a woman's ear and she done. Man, y'all is on the back burner. She thinking about you now. Straight up. So I don't understand the chasing skirts or jumping of the guns. I just don't get it. You're not even caring about this woman's soul whatsoever at all. I just got to get it. I just got to get it. Oh, she fine. I got to beat the next man to it. Before she show up, I got to get it. Man, I got to get her eyes looking this way. This is what we got going on, I'm telling you. And even before I got Eric, I brought every single woman. I ran every single sister I even looked at, I ran by pastor. Every last one of them. He would say stuff, nah, man, I don't want that. Nah, she good. She need a little bit more time. Okay, I'll leave. Now that one, see, don't that sound like him? I'm running about him first. Why not? Why not? Right? And be involved too. He was highly involved in my courtship, big time. And I waited. And all good things come to them who wait. And I'm telling you, man, it's worth it. You know, I'm going to read Acts 20:28 right here. It says, take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock, over which the Holy Ghost have made you overseers, to feed the assembly of Yahweh, which he hath purchased with his own blood. Now the leaders are charged to lead, guide, right? Teach, build up the flock. But man, it's hard when it's hard to do because humanity is just something else. You know what I mean? It just really is. And one thing that most of us have to remember, or at least I'm going to put you in remembrance of, is that I would not have known any of you if it wasn't for him back there. Y'all wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for him back there. Now, people may say, oh, man, you just lifting him up. No, man, I'm giving y'all the Most High all the glory for that. All right? And you know what I always tell Pastor? Thank you for obeying. He had to obey. Did he not? I think, Pastor, you told me, you said the Father spoke to me and said, make yourself known. Right? He obeyed. And if he didn't, I wouldn't have found. We all would have went our own little way. And he could have said, nah, man, I'm good. I'm chill. I'm not going to put myself out there. I like things just the way they are. Right? You can do more or less anyway. Definitely less headaches. Would you say? Yes, sir. So, and what I would say is this. And when I was here for that one whole month, way back then, one thing that I witnessed was we all came here because we heard the shepherds preaching, speaking. And we all came here and we're thinking we're going to see a representation of what he's talking. You see what I'm saying? Of what he's pushing. Even whenever I came to get picked up from the airport, Rich came to get me, but I was looking for him. I thought he was going to come get me. You see what I'm saying? Now I want to talk to him. I understand some of these crazy folks now. You know, I want to talk to Pastor Dowell. Now I want to talk to Pastor Dowell. I ain't talk to him immediately, like now. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Look, when I first found Pastor, man, I would email him constantly, and he would answer me, and it was very short. And I said, you know, I'm just gonna go because he can't run from in front of him. So I'm just gonna come visit, right? Because where you gonna go? I'm right in front of him. And so I was in school for electrical engineering, and I said, and my grades were falling. And my grades were falling because I was getting so soaked up with this truth. And it was overflowing. And it was overtaking my life, my mind, my time. It just was. And I said, you know what? I need to find out if I need to continue with this, you know. So I said, I'm going to come here. And I sat down. I said, I got a question. He said, what's that? I said, should I keep going to school? He said, your decision. I was like, this guy. I'm thinking I'm about to get an answer, some direction. You know what I mean? Do this, do that, because that's all I wanted. I want him to tell me what to do. How many of us want that? Tell me what to do, right? Tell me what to do, because I don't know what to do. That's really where I was. That's amazing. You got people who got father, who got mother. You see what I'm saying? They got father and they got mother. They got direction. They got counsel. Man, they got all of that, man. They being taught. You see what I'm saying? They being taught how to navigate through this life, and I ain't got it. And I'm coming trying to get it. And those who who do got it running from it. Some of y'all feel me on that? I'm telling you, man, I ain't know what to do whatsoever at all. I was willing to give it all away. But anyway, we all have to be a representation of what he's pushing and preaching, whether it be in the home fellowships, whether it be on the communities, you see what I'm saying? Whether it be on the homesteads, we got to be collective in this thing. We got to be collective in it. You can't be focusing on, things that you used to do. You just can't do it. These Thanksgivings, these holidays, these things that you want to hang on to and cling to, these birthdays. We're supposed to be getting away from this nonsense and being more Israelite more than anything, okay? All right, Hebrews 13:17 says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief. For that is unprofitable for you. That's a huge one, man. And I've heard, sadly, I've heard speech like this. I really don't care what he think. It's more, the Bible tells me to obey, so I obey. Y'all heard something like that before? Y'all did? That's pretty bad. How can you? I think I truly am concerned about what he thinks about me and about what I'm doing. That's right. Wouldn't you? How about the elders? How about deacons? They was ordained for a reason. But we got speech like that. How about the wife? How about it? Yeah, you heard he brought Mother Carol up here. He said, well, you talking good about her, you talking good about him, right? If she gives an order, who's it coming from? At the end of the day, who's teaching her how to lead? So what happens when you grieve the wife? You see what I'm saying? Humanity. Because out there, you is your own individual, doing your own thing, living how you want to live, function how you want to function, eating what you want to eat. Do you know I kicked out 3 brothers? I didn't even run none of them past pastor. I didn't have to. That's what I'm down there for. I just said bye. Deuces. Couldn't get with the program. There's people that come that want to be a part of fellowship. Yeah, it's growing down there now, man. I turned away so many people when I was there. It was crazy. I ran one situation by pastor because us as elders know when to take it up. We know when to bring it up the chain. And I brought that to him, even brought a situation to the wives, and we was able to resolve it. But if you still got this humanity in you and you still gonna function in an unconverted mind, you won't be a blessing for the kingdom. You just won't be, whatsoever at all. Without a vision, the people perish, and everybody knows that. But whether you're under an elder, a deacon, a pastor, in your respective fellowship, you got to get with the vision. And so at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, are you hindering that vision? You see what I'm saying? Are you hindering the way? Whether you're at a community, fellowship, a homestead, even if you're at a home fellowship in the city right now and you don't really know which way you're going to go, line up. Let's line up with it. Get rid of the humanity which you have in you. You got to do away with this bad thought that you brought in. When I first came to the ministry, pastor spoke a lot about the mind, the renewing of the mind. And how much time have we all spent unlearning the things that which we learned aforetime? Really, how much have you done that? I had to really ask myself that question too. How much time have I spent unlearning? Doing away with what the trash what I brought into this. And realizing, you know what, no one wants to know or hear my opinion. The man of Yah has spoken. This is the way it should go. Why hinder that? Do you know me as a head of fellowship, me as an elder, I don't speak anything contrary to what he says? Even if I have a personal opinion about something. Because he's our shepherd. Yeah, I'm your elder, but he's your shepherd. He's my shepherd. If I got something totally contrary, I'll bring it to him. But I don't have anything totally contrary. I got something that, I think I know, but I don't know. I don't know when he preach it. I don't know when he teach it. You know, I brought a rifle here, and Elder Doug going to take me to the back, and we're going to shoot. Now, I can shoot, but I don't know how to shoot. You see what I'm saying? I told Pastor, I'll get a gun, I'm going to get a handgun. And I'm going to come out here, and I want him to teach me a few basics on some things. Do you know whenever they had the gun range at Tabernacle, I intentionally didn't go back there? I'm afraid one of y'all going to shoot me. I'm serious. I told Erica, you stay away from back there. Don't walk back that way. You keep you and the children up this way. And sure enough, somebody being negligent back there. Because you think you know, but you don't know. You see what I'm saying? You know once you've been taught. That's right. Plain and simple. You know once you've been taught. You'll be able to lead once you're able to sit back and be taught. Just like he said, in order to be a good leader, you first got to be a good follower. Right? Philippians 4:9. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do. And the Elohim of peace shall be with you. So I've sought to do everything that I've heard, everything that I've seen. I'm no dumb man, okay? I mean, you just heard he got a BA. This sister back here, she educated. Another one, Sister Ashley was up, she educated. You got all these educated people here. Some of you brothers too. They ain't no dumb people, but I'd rather take a seat back and go off of what's already been successful. That by choice. I'd rather just chill, run it by, and then see what he say. Okay, cool. And he never tells me what to do. This is my suggestion. I haven't always followed the suggestions. Sometimes I was good, sometimes it wasn't good. Sometimes it was bad. You know? But one thing I have learned is when I follow my own mind, it don't bode well. It's something I realized very quickly. All right. Philippians also 3:17. It says, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them that walk so also ye have us for an example. All right. We got examples. That's what I wanted to bring out. We got examples. We got examples all across the ministry of good marriages, of good leadership, right? Of a good sisterhood, of good brotherhood. And it would be well if that we get out of our own way and get with what we are to see before us. Hallelujah. It was an awesome time that we had up there during debate, and I hope that we continue doing it again during the dead season. It was awesome. It was lovely. Kabir, if you're listening, I love you, brother. It was wonderful being up there. We lifting you up. I say glory to the King. And with that, I can see my time pass the blessings. Blessings to all you brothers and sisters.
Good word. All right, be seated for a second. Anybody ever been in any type of discipline before? When you're in a discipline, are you following me? The let's just say martial arts or something, okay? All right. There's a reason why that old man is the teacher. There's a reason why he got all them stripes on that black belt.
You could be in that discipline for 2 years. And you could swear up and down. And man, I've been doing this pretty good, man. I think I can whoop him. And that old man sitting there looking at you going, wait till your time comes. But wait a minute, you got 2 years under your belt, man. You diligent, growing fast. You understand what I mean? You get it? Man, you just say, okay, I'll tell you what, here, fight him. You fight him, we give you the next belt. Okay? Oh yeah, man, shoot, man, I'm strong, I'm fast and everything. You fight the guy that's supposed to get you, so you can get your next belt, and you get your butt whooped. But mind you, at first you wanted to fight the master. Now you ask that guy who just got finished whooping your tail, do you think you can beat him? You go, no, ain't no way. Why? Because there's dynamics to everything. I was teaching these boys how to box around here. And I told them, I said, I'll stick with you, but the day you start fighting each other, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut it off. And you ain't see me doing no more boxing with them. Because this, a discipline like that, not only does it teach you how to be disciplined, but it should teach you how to have responsibility. Because when you start learning something, and the majority of people out in the world don't know, you can really hurt somebody really bad. You can hurt them bad, if you understand what I mean. And then I told him, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start back teaching y'all how to box on one condition. I said, both of y'all, we're going to get at that basketball court, we're going to draw a square circle. I mean a square circle. We're going to draw a square. And I'll get to fight both of y'all at the same time. If y'all beat me, we'll start back again. They said, no. That's the same thing I would have said too. No. Because even at this age, I still understand the skill level. I'm not going to make an offer like that when I get 60. Does that make sense? Because I'm slowing down. You understand what I mean? But when you still know where you're at, but because your mind will play tricks on you too. Ain't that right, JC? Where you at, JC? Your mind play tricks on you, don't you? Mr. 4-2 in the 40. And where's that wife of yours? I said, let me see. You faster than Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Chris Johnson. Yeah. What'd you say you say you could run 4.2? That's exactly what I said. I said, you need to stop lying. No, we can do it right now. I didn't offer that. You did that. And that thing right there started blaming me. I said, okay. I said, we'll go get a tape measure. And we're going to mark out 40 yards, 120 feet. All right? So marked it out. And I go, this young idiot. First of all, it's below freezing out there. You can give up a second and a half just from that. You were there? He was still, I recorded, he was still talking. I said, y'all know he gonna fall. JC gets down there and run. Kabir said, let me see, he ran a 5.5 when he fell, and he rolled and crawled over the line to a 7 or 8. Of course, we thinking 4-2. Y'all getting this, right? And she think I'm instigating all this. And even still till today, I told her, you stay away from me. Now, I forgave her. She was walking down the land the other day, right? She's like, hey, Pastor, how you doing? Hey, can I get a hug? No. Just go on about your business, Caroline. So I gave her a hug. She said, you can't be like this forever. It was a mess. So I looked at him, and Elder Mitch said, you got 2 more heaps to run. Then I looked at him and said, he ain't running 2 more heaps. Look at him. He hurt. You were hurting too, wasn't you? He was going to do everything that body said. I said, man, you ain't properly warm up. Nobody runs nobody runs in this cold weather like this, man. But when you young, you dumb. Youth. It tells you can do everything. So that old master tells the young student, you ain't ready. But up here, he thinking he ready. I'm stronger, I'm fast, I'm swifter. Only one problem. You ain't wiser. You ain't wiser. You get it? You ain't wiser. There's something to be said for experience. You understand what I mean? Last thing. I used to be anybody, by the time you get a staff, you have to be a staff sergeant before you can actually run a range out there in the military. All right? And so I ran plenty of them. Okay? Gideon definitely ran plenty of them himself. Okay? And of course, I taught people how to shoot. About people who couldn't shoot worth nothing. I told them I could sit right here, right in front of you, and I can give you 30 rounds you wouldn't be able to hit me. That's how bad you are. Now, if I walked, they probably hit me. That's how bad they were. And they end up being experts because they received instructions. So one day I was up in the tower. I said, cease fire, cease fire. All right? And I was just getting ready to give the next command. All of a sudden I heard, pow! Well, y'all know what happened next, right? I ran out of that dang tower. Who in the bop, 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 bop? I picked that soldier up out of that foxhole, and I literally picked him up and threw him out of that foxhole. And I gave him a good old tongue lashing along with my finger in his face, and you understand what I mean? In this new army, you probably, yeah, you know, I don't know what they doing today. Yeah, I don't know what that thing doing today. Needless to say, I was highly upset. Because if you take a soldier like that, they can't follow instructions. What are they going to do when you're in the real? The book teaches us that if you can't right now live this when we in the green, then what are you going to do in the dry? Y'all hearing this? There's a reason why that the Most High Yah has people in front of you. Not because they're trying to keep you back. I had a bunch of old men in front of me. I was a deacon. They had a rank structure system. I was a deacon, an elder, or pastor. You follow me? First I was a deacon. I ain't even asked none of that. You follow me? And they, I don't know, I guess they was trying to run it and do it like the military, you know what I mean? Give you a little rank anyway. That ain't the way it goes, though, you know what I mean? That just ain't the way it goes. But anyway, but I didn't kick against the system. Y'all can hear me ask these brothers in here who've been with me a long time. They have never, ever seen me buck up against authority in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Even being falsely accused openly in front of people. Didn't say a word. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, sir.
Didn't say a word. Today, boy, this generation, no honor, no respect. None whatsoever at all. I didn't say everybody, but the majority of the people. The very ones that can actually teach you how to be a man, a woman that can teach you how to be a woman. Because they done lived long enough to make the mistakes. You fall down 7 times, get up on the 8th. Righteous man falls 7 times. Yeah, but that don't mean you try to intend to go out there and fall. Is that making sense? You don't go out there intentionally go out there and fall, but you pay attention to wise counsel. A man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. That means if you got a gift, not one you perceive. The Most High, is it all right if he run that program? Because then what does the human spirit say? Yeah, but the Most High is whatever you say. And when I got ordained, I'm telling you, there was like 4 or 5 older people that already had a witness. All I know is this old bishop come up to me and look at me and say, "It's time." I'll go, "Time for what?" "It's time." That's how he look at me too, him. I'm like, what in the world we finna do? You understand what I mean? You calling me looking spooky? Talking about this time, like, what we finna do? I'm like, what in the world? And next thing you know, I had oil slapped all over me, hands laid on me, and I was being ordained. Still didn't know more than the bishop. And never would claim that I ever did. Does that make sense? Be the Father's will, one day I'll be his age. Now, I have definitely outperformed all of the people who have ever been in front of me, whoever's ever taught me in the smallest of matters, in the least bit of ways. I've surpassed them all. You know how that ended up happening? Your love and dedication for Yah. Your love and dedication for Yah. He said, if you seek first the kingdom of Yah and his, all these things will be added to you. What do you mean all these things? Things you don't even ask for. Because then he'll equip you because you can be trusted. Solomon said, the Most High said, you ask of me, and I'll give it to you. He said, I want wisdom. Wisdom to govern and rule your people. Because you didn't ask for this, like normal man would ask for, I'm going to give you this. See what I mean? When a man ways please Yah, he will give him the what? Desire. Stop. You don't know your desires. The desire that you think you know is the fleshly desire that you have in you. There's a different desire in your heart when Yah has already birthed you into his kingdom. And that desire is manifested to you. It's made known to you. You don't even know that you desire it, because the truth is, if you're really truly in his kingdom, your life should have been gone a long time ago. Your desire is going to be for his kingdom. You get it? He gave you desires of your heart. And if you make petition after you're proving yourself faithful, he's not going to withhold any good thing from you. That's the principles of the word of Yah. Not going out here making your way. Call him a way maker, but then you trying to force and make the way. Does that make sense? I can say that as long as I've been preaching and teaching, I have not withheld nothing from y'all. Nothing. Everything that I learn and know, you know. And there's more things I still got to teach on. But it comes progressive. It doesn't come all at once. I'm a whole lot wiser than I was 20 years ago, I promise you. Some of y'all wouldn't even want to sit here 20 years ago. You probably would have took a bath in this, the way some of y'all be acting. Man, I threw that water on y'all, can't tell you how many times. People be in the assembly sleep. You walk now, ain't you? You do your role, and you do it to the best of your ability, Yah be for you. He will. But you've got to die to yourself. You must die to yourself. Y'all get it? This morning I came across that video. Y'all remember when McGee was up here? I'm going to post it up on Patreon so everybody can see it. I put it on desktop, make sure I wouldn't lose it again. Use it for a learning tool. Y'all see how a young man who believed he got wisdom got handled like a little boy? Y'all seen that, right? That was a slaughter too. And I ain't even have to lift a sword. You get it? That was a good word Elder Mitch taught. And guess what? He understands a whole lot more now than he did before he actually moved on the community. You can tell now he really got a deep appreciation and love. He's always loved me. But how many young people educated come to you and say, tell me what to do? You want to tell people what to do. Hey, Tamika, come here for a second, Tamika. You want to tell people what to do. Ain't too many young people do that. Tell me what to do. And then when you don't tell them, they get upset. What? I thought you were going to tell me what to do. Well, I did. Make a decision. What? No, you got a degree, right?
Yes, sir.
What is it in?
Criminal justice.
See, Gideon, there go your cheat sheet right there. There your cliff notes right there. Don't you got a degree in that stuff too? Your husband got one too, right? Yes. All right. So, after the world saw it, women are not dumb. Well, I ain't going to say that. Can you go to college and still be dumb?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Hey, that's the expert. You get it? Y'all get it? Yes, sir. And what was you doing before you met me?
Living a life of Christianity.
What was your job?
Oh, I was a makeup artist.
Makeup artist. Could makeup help me? Y'all getting this? Stopped all that. When I first met her, Sister Carol, and we seen both of them, Delano, because they both came to the meeting. I looked at Sister Carol, I said, that is a pretty black woman right there, boy. And I looked at him, I said, man, you got a pretty wife. I can't say too much about you, but your wife, man. Did I get on to you about your makeup?
No, sir.
Did I say anything about your makeup?
No, sir.
Did I try to tell you about the way you should be and what the book says about makeup?
Yes, sir.
I did.
In the message.
In the message.
Yes, sir.
Did I single you out?
No, sir.
How'd you feel around Sister Carol now when you had the makeup on?
Felt at home.
Did we condemn you?
No, sir.
Act different toward you?
No, sir.
Shun you?
No, sir.
You know we were religious, right?
Yes, sir.
You took it off on your own accord, didn't you?
Yes, sir. The next day.
Next day. I brought up here, so now this is an educated, pretty black woman. You get it? Fair. That's what they call in the book, fair. Fair. What they call the ugly ones? No, I in my video, undesirables. You remember that in the video, undesirables? You know what I mean? You know, that's a good way. That's politically a good way to put it. Ain't I educated? So you got this educated black woman got a husband, family, left career, changed their course just like that, and you can't die, and you can't change. Left out of the city, isn't that right, husband? Obey the husband, follow her husband. No, follow her husband, or is he following you?
No, sir. I followed him.
You hear that? Wait a minute. Educated, beautiful, black. And you ain't none of them. Me neither. All right, but check this out. You get it? And she followed her husband. Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
Got 3 crumb snatchers.
Yes, sir.
3 of them. Y'all in this? How old are you?
33.
33. You was going, you bought the, come here, man. Come here. Come here. That's land. Hold on. Where the oil at? She was getting ready to say 29. Where the oil? Somebody done jacked the oil. Jack the oil. You may want to hold on to this for a day. Maybe a lying spirit in there. 20. What was you getting ready to say? 20 what?
I don't know. I think I feel 20.
You think you feel 20 something? Just because you feel 20 something, I feel 80. But you get 33. How old are you, D?
33.
33. You get it? And y'all got any regrets from falling away?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
None. None.
I
Zero.
won't go back.
Zero.
Nothing.
Let's go.
Can't go
forward.
back.
Hey! But think about this. Don't you got a degree?
Yes, sir.
In what?
Criminal justice.
There you go, bro. There you go, bro. Gideon. 2 cheat sheets. Cliff Notes, cheat sheets, the whole 9 yards. Y'all get this, right? Think about this. They don't live on the community, but they follow what I said. Uh-oh. And y'all made a way for them. They own, no debt, 6.5 acres of land. And a house paid for. 33 years old. Now wait a minute. Educated, black, good looking. We'll put him on the shelf. Y'all get it? 3 crumb snatchers, 3 little boys, little warriors. Yeah, warriors too, boy. You get it? Land and home paid for. So, if y'all was still out in the world, would that happen?
No. No, sir. Would not.
No, sir.
She got a degree, and you at home, right?
Yes, sir.
God in the house. Oh, let me see. Jesus is a way maker. Oh, he's a way maker. Jesus is a way maker. He made a way for me. Y'all can't get with y'all because y'all don't know the songs, right? But y'all know what Bootsy says, don't you? Bouncy, Bootsy, whatever. Bouncy, Beyonce. Amazing, isn't it? Y'all, he just got finished telling you that if it was out there in the world, it wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
No, sir.
Y'all hear this? How does that happen at 33 years old? And how long you been on the land?
2 years.
2 years. 31 years old. Oh, no. No. See, what it is, y'all wiser than y'all. That's what it is. Did I give you any money to pay for that land?
No, sir.
How old are you, Elder Mitch? Boy, 33 all day long, huh? I was 33 for a whole year. I'm serious, man. I remember 33. I had the devil come to me and say, you do know. You born in September, 33 years old. Your time is up. I said, really? I said, we'll see. Satan does that sometimes. He'll submit thoughts to your mind and look for your agreement. Mm-hmm. So I just told on the devil for y'all. How many acres you got? 86? 85 acres. You know what? You can tell his life over with because when him and his brother and Deacon and all them got together, they bought these 85 acres of land, and they live on the land, but there's more saints than there is of him. He educated too. All these educated people around him. But you going to go do it different. Y'all hear me? You going to go do it different. You be faithful, the Most High will make a way. See, that's how you really trusting in Yah. Mm-hmm. Even before I went to Green Bay, he dropped off a present at the house. You know what he gave me? I'll let him tell you.
Bulletproof vest.
You heard me talking about wearing a bulletproof vest up there. He bought me one. Now I got 3 of them things. Huh? A level 4. Ooh, that'll stop. Yeah, man. We ain't going to tell everybody that. I'm glad you told me that one. Y'all hearing this? He'll do it. But nobody, who wants to obey this? This recession is already here. It's getting ready to show it. All these layoffs and everything. I'm telling you, it's getting ready. It's coming. It's coming. Thank y'all very much. I want to show y'all what it means to obey Yah. When a man's ways please Yah, he will give him the desires. Y'all hearing that? All right, hope y'all learned something from today. Boy, them letters are long, man. Man, somebody said them letters ain't long. You are long. Elder Rufus and them be down there like, man, we love the letters. He said, but boy, them letters last week gave me a headache. Let us stand, Israel. Everybody all right? Yes, sir. Encouraged? Yes, feel like running through a troop and leaping over a wall? Yes, sir. All right. What other things we need to get, DJ? So we wouldn't have been ready if you didn't come here. All right. Y'all's good. Hallelujah. Most High, but Yah, we thank you for all things. We thank you for everything our ears are able to hear. My prayer, my supplication, my request is that all these would go deep into the heart and never slip. Bless all the Israelites. Everyone that's here, including new people that's never ever seen a dynamic like this as far as ministering, how personal it is. Those of you who have ordained to eternal life. Father, we remove the hindering spirit that will try to block their mind right now in the name of Yeshua. And we ask by the power of the Holy Spirit to open up their understanding, the ones you have ordained, so nothing be impaired. We thank you for the blood. We thank you because our name's written down in the Lamb's Book of Life. Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom. The King is coming. Uh-oh, look at him looking.